I wanted to take you through some examples of how to do the concept builders that you're assigned. So basically, when you go to the physics classroom, and you may want to book the general website, you're going to need to log into your account. Your account should have somewhere down here that says My Classes. When you click on that, I'm the only class. And then you should see some things toward the lower left that kind of look grayed out that indicate some concept builders. Do not access the concept builders from this side of the page. Make sure you go to your class first. The reason for that is if it doesn't show your email when you log in, you may not get credit for it. At any rate, I've got 3 concept builders that are assigned to you. This one, vector direction, when you click on that page from your account, it'll go to something like this. Talks a little bit about this. Launch concept builder. Oh, by the way, you can go to the accompanying notes page and things like that. Any of these things are useful. At any rate, when you log in, the only level I want you to do is rotation angle from the nearest axes, because that's the one that we're going to be using in class. So notice my email's in here, at least my diocese email, not my school email. So hopefully you have that, and then it'll make sure you record things. Don't worry about the points that are listed on Physics Classroom. I'll account for the points the way that I show you or when this is assigned. So we're going to go rotation angle from nearest axes convention. That's the only one. Each person will have 6 questions, but they'll be different for each person. So it says there's the vector direction concept builder shown in the iframe below. Small hotspot at the top left corner, blah, blah. You can make this bigger, smaller, whatever. Anyhow, there's a second hotspot in the lower right. Dragging this allows you to change the iframe, blah, 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 blah. These are the directions. Use the protractor to determine the direction of the vector. Express your answer as an angle of rotation relative to one of the nearest 2 axes. The angle it measures is a multiple of 15 degrees. So I can drag this over. If I put that there, it looks like it's 1, 2, 3. So 3 times 15 degrees are 45 degrees from south. It's also 45 degrees from west. So I'm going to put 45. You can either type that in or you could use this numerical thing over here. And then this one, north of east, nope. East of north, nope. North of west, nope. West of north, nope. South of west, no. Or yes. It could be either south of west. So you start out west and go 45 degrees south. Or it could do west of south. Either one of those, since it's a 45 degree angle, should be the same. If it's not, you need to be very careful about that. And I get the data away. So I'm going to show you this other one. So let's say here, if I look, this looks like it's 30 degrees north of west. So let's say I type in 30 here. And then let's say I get confused. Instead of north of west, I say north of east. And I check answer, oh, drats. So now what you're going to notice is this one is red. That means you have to get 2 correct there to get the star and get done with that one, because they don't want you just randomly guessing. Okay, so once you get done with all these, you'll be done with that particular level of the concept builder, and you'll be done. If you need help, click the help button. It should open in a new page. You can think about the situation, and you can think about the question. That doesn't always help, but you could do that. The other thing is, if you note, basically you could go to the physics tutorial where we had our reading before, vectors in motion in 2 directions, and you could look at those. So I'm going to be, I don't think I need that help here, but this is the main menu of the concept builders. Okay, so the next one, concept builder that you're going to do, and again you would go to your account first, is head to tail edition. So with this one, sure. With this one, when I click on it, I don't know why I did that, but we're going to do this. Okay. Oh, it's because it made me think I'm logging in. Again, you don't go on the left side over here. I'm just having to do this because I do not have a teacher account. So I'm going to go to head to tail vector edition, which is where I thought I was before. So for the second one, I'm going to ask you to do the apprentice level, and if that's all you do, you get 6 out of 10 points. The master level, if that's all you do, you get 8 out of 10 points. You do both these levels, you get 10 out of 10 points. I guess you could do the wizard level as well for extra practice. I'm going to do one of these on the master level. Okay, so it says identify the correct head-to-tail vector addition. So if we're doing this, plus this, plus this. So remember, your vectors get added tip to tail. So I'm going to tap these here. So this looks like the first one, then the second one, then the third one. That actually looks like the arrows are added correctly. And your resultant, which is in blue, starts at the tail of the first vector and ends at the tip of the last vector. I think that's going to be correct, but I'm going to go to the other choices to see. So this one goes down to the left, to the right, down to the left, and this is going up and to the right. So that doesn't make sense because I start here and end here. That does not make sense. This definitely doesn't make sense because you have two vectors starting from the same point. Also doesn't make sense because you've got two vectors starting from the same point. So I go down here, up, and then down. That one probably would give me the same answer, I believe, as the first one, but it's not done in the correct order. This is done M plus B plus V. I'm curious as to whether that one would show up as correct or not. This one's incorrect because it essentially shows that your final point is down here to the lower left compared to where you start, and yet this resultant arrow is pointing up and to the right. So I believe this is the correct answer. I'm curious if that other one, number 5, would, even though it's pointing the same direction, whether it would give you that. So I'm just going to go on with that one. Okay, and again, there's a help me question here, directions, main menu. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the main menu. That won't save my progress, by the way. So remember, if you finish one level, you can then leave the program and come back to it later to do another level. But if you're in the middle of a level, it will not save changes if you log out. Okay, the last one is vector addition, completing the levels for the points listed. So 6 out of 10 for the apprentice level, 8 out of 10 for the master level, 10 out of 10 for doing both. So I'm going to go to this one. So essentially, tap on the letter that represents the resultant vector of the following. So I gave you a graph on the back of the paper that I gave you to practice with that as well. So what I would just do is draw them tip to tail. So C is going one up and one to the left. W is going one down and 3 to the right. So at this point, I would end up at 0 vertically, but 2 to the right. And then L is going 2 down and 1 to the left. So I think I end up 1 to the right and 2 down. I think I end up with J, although it's hard to do this in my brain and not on paper. So C, 1 up, 1 to the left. W, 1 down, 3 to the right. L, 2 down, 1 to the left. So I think that's the one I want. Okay. So again, you just then go through those. Okay. And that basically was J was the correct answer to that previous one. Okay. Hopefully those help, and hopefully you're able to complete those. If not, send me a remind message or something. Come to office hours before things are due.